What's up YouTube? This is a little cut battle against BocciasBattles from YouTube. We did this on Skype, well I did this on Skype about 4 or 5 AM last night, and it was a really intense battle. Okay, so I'm leading with my Chimchar as a fake out leader. He's got his Dwebble out there. So I was thinking I might as well just fake out and go straight ahead for the overheat, because Chimchar really does counter Dwebble leads really hard with that, just that simple combo. So yeah, that was basically worked out really well for me there at the start, getting rid of his Dwebble straight away. So in comes the Staryu, and this thing, oh my god, this thing was just a nightmare for me the whole battle. So I thought he'd go for Hydro Pump, so I went into my my Wailmer, but instead he goes for the Thunderbolt, and like, freaking hell, that's going to do shitloads of damage. I just live that, but I live it really terribly, so I'm kind of forced to swap out there. So I thought he'd go for another Thunderbolt, so I go into my Ekans here, because he's a bit of a special defense wall. Unfortunately for me, I get fucking paralyzed, and oh yeah, yeah, that wasn't half the things that happened in this battle. Anyway, he goes for the Hydro Pump. I get paralyzed again. I get paralyzed. Then I get paralyzed again when I go for the Sucker Punch. I'm like, oh boy, this is not my day. So this Staryu is completely wrecking my team. So down goes basically my special defensive wall. I bring in Wailmer again, so I'm carrying Hidden Power Grass. I'm not sure how much damage it's going to do, because Wailmer doesn't have the greatest special attack. Even with Modest Nature, it only just does about over half. So that really tells me that it definitely is it could be an Everlight Staryu at this point in the match. So things are looking a little bit grim for me. So I got 2 Pokemon down already. So I go back into my not my Inferno, my Chimchar. Go for the fake out, hoping this will bait him to go for the Hydro Pump, so I can finish him off with Overheat. But unfortunately, this thing's carrying Recover, so I'm like, shit, that's not any good. I'm gonna have to switch after this. So anyway, I go ahead for the Overheat there. It does quite a bit of damage, even though it resists it heavily. I'm kind of forced to swap out here. I know he's going to go for the Recover again, but just in case he didn't, I did actually stay in there and set the Stealth Rocks up. So I thought they may be handy if I could actually try and turn this game around later on in the match. But I wasn't actually 100% confident at this point. So I go into my my Lullaby, because it's a pretty decent wall. Fortunately, I avoid that Hydro Pump. I was like, yes. Then I get hit by the Thunderbolt. I take that kind of well. Going for the Air Slash, I don't have as much special attack EVs in this as I'd like, because it's more of a wall than just a sweeper. So I go for the second Air Slash there. It does alright damage on Staryu. I'm thinking he may go for the Recover this turn, but I don't really have too many options here. I kind of have to keep attacking him to bring his health down, to actually bring in some kind of priority Pokemon to finish it off. So that's going to take me out with Thunderbolt. So I'm like, oh shit, this is not good. I've already lost half. Well, I basically lost half my team to Staryu. So anyway, so I'm going to myself basically, and he withdraws, thinking I'd probably go for an Outrage. I thought he may actually switch and go to his Bronzor, and I was correct there. So on that switch, I did go for the Dragon Dance, getting me a little bit more attack and speed, although I'm going to need a shit ton of attack to actually even do any damage to this thing. So I go for the Thunder Wave there, trying to actually give myself a little bit more time to set up maybe 1 or 2 more Dragon Dances. Unfortunately, he doesn't get paralyzed, surprise, and that Toxic hits me there. I'm actually carrying Shed Skin, but that hasn't kicked in at the moment, which was a little bit annoying, but that's kind of life. So in comes the Meowth. Sorry about that. I know Fake Out's coming right away here, but I do get an opportunity to get a second Dragon Dance off there, which is nice. So I get the Shed Skin as well on Toxic, which was good. I was like, sweet, that's at least something decent's going my way now. So Fake Out does quite a chunk of damage there. It is a Life Orb Meowth as well. But I do have +2 in attack, and that Extreme Speed will take Meowth out because it has very mediocre defenses. Okay, so things are starting to look a little bit up until Bronzor came in. I'm like, well, I've got a plan, and I could probably still win this battle, but I'm going to have to. It's going to take some skills. Okay, so I go for the third Dragon Dance. He goes for the Earthquake there. I just live that with about 5 health, so I'm thinking I can probably get this Outrage off, then basically die. Unfortunately, I don't get a crit or anything, but it does well over half. which is kind of the health range that I wanted to actually get it into. So, as you've probably seen before, I go into my shelter here. My opportunity to bring out the Shell Smash set kind of arise again, because I've come across a few of these Bronzors, and this is probably the best opportunity I can actually do it. Okay, so I get the Shell Smash off there. He goes for the Flash Cannon. I'm not too sure why I thought that. Maybe he thought it was... I know a lot of people get mixed up with Ice type as well, but I'm not too sure. But anyway, I get the second Shell Smash off now, so my defenses are really, really low at the moment. And thinking, I hope I don't get critted or something like that. This would be really, really bad. Anyway, that's... he's probably going to go for the Earthquake this time, because obviously, why wouldn't you do that? So Earthquake does like a bit of damage, but even if he did actually go for the Earthquake before instead of Flash Cannon, it still wouldn't have actually killed me. So I guess that's in hindsight anyway. So I hit him with friggin' 4 of those friggin' Icicle fucking things, and it still doesn't kill him. I actually misclicked there and went for the Ice Shard. I'm like, oh my god, I hope this kills. And it gets it, just gets it. So I was like, phew. So down goes the Bronzor. That's a lot of my problems out the way there. Out comes Daramuka. I know I can easily beat this thing, so I am carrying Rock Blast on this, and it just basically one-shots it with Rock Blast. So that thing's a really, really bit of a terror. So at this point in this game, I thought, well, I reckon I've got this battle in the bag. Another Shelter comeback. So out comes the Staryu again. I'm like... oh my god, I was so glad to get rid of this thing. It was just an absolute nightmare in this battle. So, down to his last Pokemon, and it was a Voltorb. I'm like, okay, well, I think I've won this. So, I go for the Rock Blast, and it fucking misses. I'm like, oh shit. So that Thunderbolt was definitely going to take me out there, and I'm like, at this point, I was like, oh my god, I was raging. I'm pretty sure I must have woke someone up. I'm not really sure. So I go into my Chimchar here, go for the Fake Out. I know that's not going to actually kill it, but I need to go for the Fake Out Overheat to win this match. He obviously is going to outspeed me because it's Voltorb. And I held on my Focus Sash there, but he fucking paralyzes me on 1 HP. Like, at this point, I was literally like screaming, you better not get paralyzed. And fortunately for me, I don't, and I finish him off with the Overheat, but damn, what a battle! Like, that was one of the most intense Little Cup battles I've had in out of quite a lot of the ones I've had. But anyway, thanks for taking time to watch this battle. I hope you found it entertaining. And my opponent, I'll leave his description in there. You can check him out as well. And any comments and likes would be really appreciated. Peace out, everyone.